My name's Raphael and I designed the cover for the Fumiverse album by Young Fume. It started off by being inspired by Young Thug's So Much Fun cover. So we kind of started off by using initial images of him that I'd taken when we went out, and these images were kind of like, we wasn't sure if we were going to use them like as inspiration for the covers. So um, because we didn't actually have an idea for the cover at the time, it was kind of just out there as to how we were going to use the covers. But I landed on this image, this one in particular, and I thought that would be the best one to kind of go forward with the design. So I used that as a starting point. From there, I took away his face and turned it into a stencil, and then from there, I just kind of added elements for the background. These parts here, I kind of used AI to or generate these like little lakes just to add to it. Then recolored it, added some text. I used a photo of his face and turned it into a stencil. From there, I used the stencil as an outline to kind of add these branches and tree textures to the face to kind of give it more depth from there. And then after that, I added more shading and lighting to the tree to give it a more realistic kind of look. And then it was just about kind of adding elements to make the cover look just like a real clean cover, but also to make it look like him. And for me, that was the biggest issue, just kind of trying to get the cover to actually look like him in comparison to how it started. And it's just one of my favorite colors, like especially with the colors involved and just like the vibrancy of it. Like it does look like this is somewhere else, and I feel like that's the vibe that he's trying to give with this album. So yeah, it was definitely fun working on this album. Well, especially the cover, just like the visual elements for everything. All the singles use the same background, with the blue sky and the scorched earth, except that it just says my story in the clouds and jungle in the clouds. But it was just me trying to create a cohesive visual with this album and with the visuals. So like, it was part of the Fumiverse. Everything to do with it is part of Fumiverse with the visuals and the colors and stuff, but also inspired by Young Thug, but while trying to create something different.